Listen, if at any point in this interview you put your foot in your mouth or I put my foot in there, we can edit it. Why would that be a tragedy if it happened to all of us tonight? I view that as a problem. It's like a psychological problem. People have been anchored to the ad-subsidized model more or less everywhere, and they expect everything for free. Every time I worry about this out loud, I get hate mail from vegans and vegetarians who say, "Stop." I mean, you are the quintessence of the successful ad model. Though it's not, it's totally plausible. In fact, I think it's probably the most plausible thesis. Now, whether that is true, I don't know, right? So like knowing is not enough for certain things. Listen, there's a good conversation for us to have here, and now I know how badly this can go, all right? So like now I know just where the track is that I have to struggle to keep the train on. And so we're going to reboot, we're going to start again, and let's see what happens. I think this would be the best thing that could ever happen to us in terms of when you look at a criminal justice system. And so, I mean, I've recognized now that I'm, to some degree, going against the grain of human psychology. The only, ethically speaking, the only problem there, and it's a huge one, is that it forecloses all of the possible happy futures most of us or all of us or at least some of us we're going to have. I mean, there are people who will spend $5 a day on a cup of coffee every day for the rest of their lives. And yet if you told them this podcast or this app that they say is incredibly valuable to them is going to cost them $5 a month, they feel raped. I have a very clear sense of, that's the cup, right? So, and if you show me a completely different cup, I'm going to have a very clear internal sense of, no, that's not the cup. You got raped by a cop, and I was just hoping to go kill a cop. I mean, the Fifth Amendment becomes interesting in that case. It is damn interesting, right? And it is the kind of thing that we should be able to talk about, right? And it's not, and the fact that this is becoming synonymous with racism seems just wrong. This is one area that this worries me. Where there are the bad things we do, and obviously there's a lot to be worried about there. The stupid wars, and I mean this is how every blood feud ever in human history gets started. It's like someone from your tribe killed my brother, and now what I want to do is kill anyone from your tribe. Yet, there's no reason why that's not possible. And whether or not we would do it is another question. So these are the questions that social justice warriors have to answer, and there are these impossible oppositions of this sort. That is the very mechanism whereby you're getting all this misery and death imposed on you. The virus of instrumental violence. It could be scary, but it's not going to become a global pandemic. But then suddenly you get a mutation on that virus or that bacteria that allows it to be, aspirated or become airborne in a cough and inhaled and spread that way. Well, then you have this the possibility of a pandemic. It engages the sort of the philanthropy, charity side of the brain. There's no suffering there because there's no brain. I got people saying, unsubscribing from your podcast. You are, now I know you're a fucking racist. It was just pure pain. They don't have nervous systems. They can't be processing information in a way that would give them what we know as a rich experience. But right, and people are worried about what you're going to do and how much it all costs. Like, how much does this mic cost? I think enough for a serious market. If you want to build something, if you want to build a media company, like let's say you were asking for support for this otherwise free podcast. No, I think I would screw it up. Like, okay, this is sort of the wrong time to be doing this.